Hey, good morning, my neighbors. Welcome to another episode of BYTTT. Before you take the trade, I am your host, JD the Great, and we're going to go ahead and get cranking on all of what's going on with the market. So, the funny thing about what's going on here is that we got ourselves a nice little move right back up to this upside, and you can kind of see. So, look out for this fair value gap. That's the one that we kind of had a little bit of trouble with last week. Oh, no, sorry, not last week, this was yesterday, I think. Yeah, so yesterday we had a nice little rejection here. So we're probably going to be looking for us to see if we can buy right through this area. This is an order block, and then we got a fair value gap that's sitting right there. So we're going to see how much of that can we take back, so that way we can take this up, and then we can put some pressure to this side right here. The biggest challenge that we're going to be facing when it's all said and done is how do we get past this order block. This one was a very tough one in itself. So just be patient, don't force nothing, and we'll be fine. If you have not been on this show before, we just do something that's very simple. Nothing real spectacular, nothing that's going to drive you crazy. We do open and range breakouts. Open and range breakout is a very simple strategy. A lot of institutions and everybody else uses it, and it's just simple as this. You're going to go ahead and box out the first 15 minutes of the market. You're going to mark it off just like that, and I'll be bullish above that line. I'll be bullish above that line and bearish below that line. That's 90% of what we're going to be trading today, and we're going to plan our trades accordingly. Stranger danger is just an area where market tends to push right back through. So as we go throughout this trading day, just be patient, folks. We're going to find ourselves some opportunities. So stay tuned as we go ahead and get there. How much time do we have? We got 12 minutes. Let me run through some tickers while we're here. I'm going to do a couple. Let's talk about NVIDIA. I think NVIDIA's overvaluation is in place. So this is what I kind of have marked off. Let's go over to daily so I can be a little bit more pointed. There's some value that's being taken. Keep in mind the dividend date. This date right here can actually cause a lot of issues. I want y'all to be very patient around December 4th on the market, because NVIDIA is one of the bigger, I think they were like 8 trillion or whatever the number. I can't even keep up. I don't do fundamentals all the time. But what I notice is when dividends release, there's some type of pullback that tends to happen. Sometimes shallow, but there's going to be some sense of profit taking that's going to happen. So look for December 4th. Let's see how this month ends and how the market reacts to December 4th. Another one that's kind of overvalued, and it looks like it's initiating its move already. Let's get rid of that. PanW. Look at this. Solid earnings. It did its job. It did what it was supposed to do. So why did we have a major sell-off? I think the market as a whole, let's go to a monthly, is starting to kind of capitulate a little bit. That's all it is. Nothing more, nothing less. We had 1, 2, 3 strong months on PanW, but the oscillators are not following. They're not doing exactly the same thing. That's why it's very important that you really chart your charts. All right. Another one, Hood. This is the trading tool a lot of y'all are using. Shout out to y'all. If you actually use Robinhood, go ahead and put it inside the comments in the chat. Let me know if y'all use Robinhood. I think they're actually halfway decent versus the fact that they robbed the hood during the pandemic. No comment. But if we look at it right here, it had a nice little move to the upside here. They got really good tools. It's not the Robinhood that you know about. It's kind of like they got Legend, which is like Power E-Trade on steroids to a certain degree. So there's a lot of things that I like out of Robinhood. But again, I don't like what they did during the pandemic. So we got an evening star that's showing up on the monthly, and we only got 7 days for them to reverse this, and they might not. So it's the capitulation here. Another one I want to go to talk about is Bitcoin. And the reason why I want to kind of talk about Bitcoin right now is because I want to kind of point out something here. I talked to y'all numerous occasions. You can go ahead and look at the old videos that I've done. We got down as low as 80,000. I told y'all, this 100K is make or break. It's either it makes it and then we go right back to that 125, or it breaks and it's been down almost 20% at its zenith since the time I said that. So just keep that in mind. And if you don't hit the like and subscribe button, that way you know when I'm talking. I'm telling you, you're just gonna miss out. That's the best way to say it. So let's go ahead and look at the US dollar. I think all of this is being predicated to the dollar. I've explained this to y'all as well, that right now we're sitting on top of order blocks, and those order blocks can go ahead and dictate for us to get up to these upper registers. The question is, can we get there? Maybe, maybe not. Can we get to 109? This is when price was really down on this register, and that's when Trump already announced hey, I'm going to launch tariffs and this, that, and the third, and then the US dollar dropped and the market rallied very strongly. This is a very solid base for the US dollar. You can see when it makes a base, it does a pop. This one was kind of like a sideways channel, and coming back to, this is 2020 during the pandemic when they were printing money like crazy. Builds a base, gives a pop, Ukraine war, capitulation, all types of stuff. We had a pop of the dollar. That's the reason why we pulled back in 2021, 2022. And then over here, this is 2018 when they started talking about interest rate hikes. And I want to point out the housing bubble, just to kind of put everything into perspective for y'all. See, solid base, pop. Solid base, pop. So I'm thinking that the US dollar is trying to figure out, can they hold here so that we can get ourselves a pop? I think we get to 101. That's about it. Nothing too far, nothing too crazy, but we'll see. So I kind of gave y'all everything. I'm gonna still have the chart up for y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and talk over with the team that's on Zoom with me. If you want to be part of my inner circle, by all means, hit the like, subscribe button, tell your friends, and send me a DM over on Instagram, JD_the_great. That way I can give you more information on how to join up with my inner circle. All right, that said, we'll be right back.
Gladiator in a hoodie, not toga or shield, but the spirit the same when I step on the field. They swinged out, I parry with patience. I'm trending regardless of market's vibration. They want fame, I want foundation. Charts ain't luck, it's daily dedication. Talk discipline, that's my dialect. Focus so strong, it rejects regret. They chase clout, I chase respect. My mindset hedge against every threat. No stops hit, I'm still intact. Rewrote emotion, adjust the track. Roll me falling, it's just pulling back. JD the great, I am the comeback. Every pullback's just proof of the climb. Gotta fall in line before say the market's a war zone, but every king once was a rookie with a chart and a dream. Fibonacci, Fibonacci, retrace the pain, reclaim the name. The ascent. Born where the hustle met math on the curve. Turned numbers to visions, now I meant every word. Did the homework, the charts just confirmed the nerve. Now I'm talking in profits every candle I serve. Used to count pennies, now I'm counting pips. Same grind, just the decimals flip. Still fight fear like roaming the mist. One hand on the mouse, other hand on the fist. I don't fold, disciplined soldiers cold. Trendline scars from the past I roll. Mind shop like Fibonacci mode. Pull back, reload, then I said explode. Legacy talk, this ain't luck or fate. It's JD the Great, no retest, no debate. From the basement to the charts ornate. Every loss was a line in the empire I create. Every pullback's just proof of the climb. Gotta fall in line before you redefine. All the blocks in my heart, structure in my grind. JD the Great, one of one of a kind. From support to the throne, I don't wait for signs. I build them brick by brick, line. All the blocks in my heart, structure in my grind. JD the Great, one of a kind. I'm talking pain turn pattern, losses turn ladder. Candles don't matter when your purpose fat. A gladiator in a hoodie, not toga or shield, but the spirit the same when I step on the field. They swinged out, I parry with patience. I'm trending regardless of market's vibration. They want fame, I want foundation. Charts ain't luck, it's daily dedication. Talk discipline, that's my dialect. Focus so strong, it rejects regret. They chase clout, I chase respect. My mindset hedge against every threat. No stops hit, I'm still intact. Reroute in motion, adjust the track. Rome ain't falling, it's just pulling back. JD the Great, I am the comeback. Every pullback's just proof of the climb. Gotta fall in line before you redefine. All the blocks in my heart, structure in my grind. JD the Great, one of a kind. Bring support to the throne, I don't wait for signs. I build brick by brick of the kind. All the blocks in my heart, structure in my grind. JD the Great, one of a kind. See, kings don't panic, they pivot. Lost just tuition, learn then live it. Calculated like spreads on the limit. I chart life's chaos, then I script it. Every setback Fibonacci coded. Retrace pain, come back reloaded. Support from the block, resistance noted. Now my empire fully quoted. No overnight, that's myth and tale. It's sweat equity, nights gon' pale. I bled on charts till I tip the scale. Now I trace stories that never fail. From Rome to Wall Street, same old fight. Conquer fear by candlelight. If the trend reverse, I rewrite. Cause JD the Great never loses sight. Magnus JD. Magnus JD. Magnus JD. They said stay safe, I said stay bold. I turn discipline to gold. Through chaos I create, through losses I elevate. JD the Great, I dominate fate. Every setback sets up the prize. Every loss is fuel in disguise. I don't follow trends, I analyze. I am the pattern the world applies. Support beneath, resistance high.
All right, folks. So it looks like we got our first 15 minutes is already set in the books. Just going to set up one last thing that I need. Is that in my Robin Hood? Let's get that going too. There we go.
But every king once was a rookie with a chart and a dream.
So our first 15 minute is basically this whole entire block right here. So that's going to be from here to here.
Retrace the pain,
Let's go ahead and mark these off. And then at the same time, let me go ahead and take care of the others. Look like we're getting ourselves a little bit of a breakdown already. Here's our 3 a.m. That's our London. That's our Asian. So they kind of reloaded in this area for some shorts. That's what it looks like so far. Let's see how this holds up. Oh, jeez, these contracts are so juiced. Oh my God, that's painful. All right, we were waiting for the first 5 minutes to close outside of there. We're starting to get that. This fair value gap could be an area that they reload at, so let's be careful. Don't do nothing relatively reckless. Hey, what's going on, Javi? How you doing? It's all good. It's all good. No worries. No worries. Glad that you're here. Glad that you're here. $500? All right. We got to find a $500 trade.
Say the market's a war zone, but every king once was a rookie with a chart and a dream. Fibonacci, Fibonacci, retrace the pain, reclaim the name. The ascent. Born where the hustle met math on the curve. Turned numbers to visions, now I meant every word. Did the homework, the charts just confirmed the nerve. Now I'm talking in profits, every candle I serve. Used to count pennies, now I'm counting pips. Same grind, just the decimals flip. Still fight fear like roaming the mist. One hand on the mouse, other hand on the fist. I don't fold, disciplined soldiers cold. Trend line scars from the past I roll. Mind sharp like Fibonacci mode. Pull back, reload, then I said explode. Legacy talk, this ain't luck or fate. It's JD the Great, no retest, no debate. From the basement to the charts ornate. Every loss was a line in the empire I create. Every pullback's just proof of the climb. Gotta fall in line before you redefine. All the blocks in my heart, structure in my grind. JD the Great, one of one of a kind. Support to the throne, I don't wait for signs. I build them brick by brick, line. All the blocks in my heart, structure in my grind. JD the Great, one of a kind. I'm talking pain turn pattern, losses turn ladder. Candles don't matter when your purpose fat. A gladiator in a hoodie, not toga or shield, but the spirit the same when I step on the field. They swinged out, I parry with patience. I'm trending regardless of market's vibration. They want fame, I want foundation. spreads on the limit. I chart life's chaos, then I script it. Every setback, Fibonacci coded. Retrace pain, come back, reloaded. Support from the block, resistance noted. Now my empire fully quoted. No overnight, that's myth and tale. It's sweat equity, nights gon' pale. I bled on charts till I tip the scale. Now I trace stories that never fail. From Rome to Wall Street, same old fight. Conquer fear by candlelight. If the trend reverse, I rewrite. Cause JD the Great never loses sight. Magnus JD. Magnus JD. Magnus JD. They said stay safe, I said stay bold. I turn discipline to gold. Through chaos I create, through losses I elevate. JD the Great, I dominate fate. Every setback sets up the prize. Every loss is fuel in disguise. I don't follow trends, I analyze. I am the pattern the world applies. Support beneath, resistance high. JD the Great, jump to the sky. They say the market's a war zone, but every king once was a rookie with a chart and a dream. Fibonacci, Fibonacci, retrace the pain, reclaim the name. The ascent. Born where the hustle met math on the curve. Turned numbers to visions, now I meant every word. Did the homework, the charts just confirmed the nerve. Now I'm talking in profits every candle I serve. Used to count pennies, now I'm counting pips. Same grind, just the decimals flip. Still fight fear like roaming the mist. One hand on the mouse, other hand on the fist. I don't fold, disciplined soldiers cold. Trend line scars from the past I roll. Mind sharp like Fibonacci mode. Pull back, reload, then I said explode. Legacy talk, this ain't luck or fate. It's JD the Great, no retest, no debate. From the basement to the charts ornate. Every loss was a line in the empire I create. Every pullback's just proof of the climb. Gotta fall in line before you redefine. All the blocks in my heart, structure in my grind. JD the Great, one of one of a kind. Support to the throne, I don't wait for signs. I build them brick by brick, line line. All the blocks in my heart, structure in my grind. JD the Great, one of one of a kind. I'm talking pain turn pattern, losses turn ladder. Candles don't matter when your purpose fat. A gladiator in a hoodie, not toga or shield, but the spirit the same when I step on the field. They swinged out, I parry with patience. I'm trending regardless of market's vibration. They want fame, I want foundation. Charts ain't luck, it's daily dedication. Talk discipline, that's my dialect. Focus so strong, it rejects regret. They chase clout, I chase respect. My mindset hedge against every threat. No stops hit, I'm still intact. Reroute your motion, adjust the track. Rome ain't falling, it's just pulling back. JD the Great, I am the comeback. Every pullback's say the market's a war zone, but every king once was a rookie with a chart and a dream. Fibonacci, Fibonacci, retrace the pain, reclaim the name. The ascent. Born where the hustle met math on the curve. Turned numbers to visions, now I meant every word. Did the homework, the charts just confirmed the nerve. Now I'm talking in profits every candle I serve. Used to count pennies, now I'm counting pips. Same grind, just the decimals flip. Still fight fear like roaming the mist. One hand on the mouse, other hand on the fist. I don't fold, disciplined soldiers code. Trend line scars from the past I roll. Mind shop like Fibonacci mode. Pull back, reload, then I said explode. Legacy talk, this ain't luck or fate. It's JD the Great, no retest, no debate. From the basement to the charts ornate. Every loss was a line in the empire I create. Every pullback's just proof for the climb. Gotta fall in line before you reach.
The only bad thing is I'm looking for a break above the 5 minute here. We almost had it. But now I'm like, all right, where's the break here? Because I know these are more recent bulls right here. So it's kind of like the market is doing something like this.
Losses turn ladder, candles don't matter when your purpose. Fat a gladiator in a hoodie, not toga or shield, but the spirit the same.
Like that, which it's like it's trying to like ice cream scoop it up here. So it's just so choppy. If you go down to even a smaller time frame trying to find an entry, wait for this to finally decide what they want to do before you try to do that, because they just test this fair value gap and it looks like they want that fair value gap. Look at that volume. This is literally there's got to be a daily fist fight right now. Let me take my charts. This is a daily fist fight. Everybody here is putting weight to take out here, and people that were here, yeah, they already broke that low. Exactly, right? So the bulls was happy with this gap, right? So they kept on, every time it got close to the gap, they got bounces, right? Now the gap is filled. Now this is your break. This is your retest. So the retest is how much of these bears are still here, and is it strong enough to make a daily fair value gap? The bulls are trying to step in right. Hold on. The 5 minute is a new 5 minute. Damn, it's too new. I don't want to take it. I want a 5 minute close, but I don't want to race into it just for it to kidnap and push right back up. I gotta see a 5 minute close under this bearish line. So we might be paying an extra premium just to try to play this, but the goal is to take out that pivot, this pivot, and this one down here, because these are where all the bulls are locking in their money. Yes, absolutely. That's it. That's all. That's all. That's by any means necessary. And you executed when you saw your position the way that you needed it. Yeah. Okay. 1 minute. All right. Okay. Whoa, I'm missing information. No, I'm missing. Is there a gap? Oh, okay. It was just missing information. All right, so, okay. Where you seen it before? Okay. Oh, if I was to build an order block? Oh, right here. Yeah, by the bearish line. Yeah. We call it, yeah. They broke the structure. Now they got to go ahead and change the character. Yeah. Yeah. This one. Yeah. 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 It went right into it, and then they rejected it. So now the nice 700. Now, so not only did you have the strength of the fair value gap, you had the strength of the order block, and you had the strength of the stranger danger. So there was nothing but pure liquidity here, because in the market, their mind is operating like this. Now, mind you, you do it on the 1 minute, so you gotta be super fast on this. When it broke this level right here, look what it did. They already tested it a couple times, and they took it out. Nice. That's a great trade. That is a great trade. Now the funny thing about it, I want to get in on here, but it's losing value really fast. I might have to go ahead and change up. Yep. Yeah. All right, so some new bulls just stepped in right there. Yeah. Still being patient. I haven't taken anything yet. Just get it where you get it. That's all. Yeah. 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 Oh. Oh, got you. Numbers, divisions, now I meant every word. Did the homework, the charts just confirm the nerve. Now I'm talking in profits, every candle I serve. She gonna hold you accountable. We can't blow it. Oh, okay. I wonder where she is. She said she was gonna jump in. Yeah. I'm waiting for them to try to go through the bearish line one more time, because I'm assuming that this was our bearish move. We don't have no strength to get up here. There's a little bit of a kick down here, and I'm going to use that as momentum, and I think I'm going to fill the rest of this fair value gap under here, and that's my target. Yeah. All right, here comes the test. They're trying to catch it here. All right, I took it. Let's see what happens. Let's see how much of that wood they give back. The bottom one, yeah. This is a perfect bull trap too. That's why I'm like a little hesitant, but I'm gonna roll with it. It is what it is. I'm gonna try to hold on to it for a full 5 minutes. The thing is, we've already tested that fair value gap. I want to see if they can actually take that on. They should have held that kick. They didn't hold the kick. So I'm assuming that we're going to get another 5 minute that's going to come down because the bulls are trying to step up here. Yeah. 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 It depends because you're talking about one wick went in, this wick went deeper, but then now they're trying to turn it back around. So that means it's signaling that there's new bulls here. All right. So I'm still holding on to this. Damn, we just put in a kick here. I don't like that one. I don't like that kick, and I don't like that inside bar on the 5 minute. Let me see what the 15 minute looks like with some oscillators. 15 minute looks like the party just started. Yeah, I'm being patient. 30. Yeah, I'm still in. I'm waiting for it to hit my target. My target is all the way down here at this pivot point here. But we got to fill this fair value gap for that to happen. Yeah. Yeah. All right, sweep the liquidity. I heard they stopped circulating the penny no more. They're not gonna do it no more, right? That's crazy to hear. That's crazy to hear. Pennies are going out of circulation. Yeah, because copper is so expensive based on the inflation, and so. The market is down because right now we're taking capital out of the market. That's why Bitcoin is dropping too. It touched 80 before it bounced. Yeah. Yeah, they're really fighting over at Bitcoin, and part of why I think this down move is in here is because they kind of consider Bitcoin tech, and the ETFs are considered tech inside of QQQ or at Nasdaq, I should say. So I think that's the reason why we're getting they're getting their butt kick exactly. But the thing is, if it breaks 74, there's a strong chance we're going to go down to 50. And that's going to be crazy. No, that will be our version of a Great Depression. It just only happened in crypto. Go study the Great Depression. You'll be surprised on what you find out there. Yeah, I've been, for the past 3 weeks, I've been studying the Great Depression and when we got off of the gold standard and everything. I'm leaning on that. What difference does it make? The economy is crap. Recession is just a place for everything to reset bubbles. I know, it's a little scary. Hence the reason why I never pulled money out of my house. I wasn't falling for that trap. My parents lost their house because of that. So I told myself, I was like, I know I got equity. I know it's worth this, but that's only because somebody else said it's worth that. Yeah, exactly. And so that's why. Yeah, if there's a reverse button on your chart too, you could make it look like it's going up. yeah, I'm the same thing. You can. Yeah, it's super fast. It can drive you crazy. Alright, so the 15-minute looks like this. So I'm just going to see if the 15-minute can give us one more extension to this. If it can get under here, because we already broke the pivot. No, the black one is my pivot line. The white one is the London Stranger Danger. Yeah, that's what they're doing right now. I'm still holding on. Yeah. You talking about this dotted line? Or this one? Yeah, that's the Asian Stranger Danger. This one? This? Oh, that's the center of the fair value gap. That's what I want to see happen. Well, the thing is, we broke the pivot. We've now broke the pivot 3 times. They're trying to catch the pivot, but that pivot is not the move. So it's building up. I did. I wrote it. I wrote the whole thing. I had the hook was the only thing that I was like, you know what, I want something epic, and I went to ChatGPT and I had to do the hook. If you ever use a calculator to add 2 numbers together, welcome to ChatGPT. What you do with those numbers is up to you. There we go. That's the break that I was looking for. Get to that center pivot. Let's fill that fair value gap. Come on. Come on, fill the rest of the fair value gap. right, so I kept one runner. I closed off my position on that. I got like 25%. Yeah. It's just trying to hold for a full 5 minutes. I've been working on that for like the longest. Not the 4.5.
They say the market's a war zone, but every king was a rookie with a chart and a dream. Fibonacci.
Ah, they took my runner out. Yeah. Yep.
The ascent. Born where the hustle met math on the curve. Turn numbers to visions, now I moved every word. Did the homework, the charts just confirmed the nerve. Now I'm talking in profits every candle I serve. Used to count pennies, now I'm counting pips. Same grind, just the decimals flip. Still fight fear like roaming the mist. One hand on the mouse, other hand on the fist. I don't fold, disciplined soldiers cold. Trendline scars from the past I roll. Mind shop like Fibonacci mode. Pull back, reload, then I said explode. Legacy talk, this ain't luck or fate. It's JD the Great, no retest, no debate from the.
Oh no. That was the website I told y'all on the last time. Same website. Oh, okay. Hold on, I'll send it to you. Yeah, I took my runner out.
Gladiator in a hoodie, not toga or shield, but the spirit the same when I step on the field. They swinged out, I parry with patience.
Robinhood gave me a bad price though. I'm still happy, but it was way better than that. Yeah, today's Friday. There we go. They're going to give you free credit so you can give it a try. For some reason, I cannot find this chart. Really? That's weird. You should be able to find your chart. As soon as you type in NQ, the first thing should be NQ1, and then you just go to the first one. That's weird. Actually, DM me is JD_the Great. That way I can look at chart together, because I'm very curious. You might be missing one of the real-time datas. Oh, did it recover the whole thing? I did recover the whole thing. Look at that. That was not nice. This thing might go right to my target. Like I said, I'm looking for this target to happen and fill this whole fair value gap. Well, it's Friday, and Friday is not usually my greatest of days, so that's why I was like, I'm gonna take whatever it shows me. So I'm like I said, I'm happy what it is, because now I got some more capital. That account I was using like $240, and I end up getting no. I used did I really only use 3? Let me go to history. History will give me more details. I think they probably screwed me on the price. That's the only thing that can make sense. I know my runner screwed me. See how they're using the fair value gap to keep reloading? Oh, I screwed up. It's my fault. I thought I had 3 contracts. I had 4. I had 2 runners. No one, because I'm like, why it feels like I only got like half the money. Yeah, that's what happened. I had 2 runners, and I was trying to close them. I'm like, why it still said I had another one? Oh, so they ate up another. I sold at 99. They ate up another $17 on it. Yeah, that's what happened. Okay, all right. I messed up. I thought I must have loaded one more because I was like, oh, this is gonna go. I'm gonna start doing a different technique. I think I'm gonna do take your full position, and if it's still in play, get back in with one and let that be the runner. Because I always have a little trickiness when dealing with the other way, doing it where you have your full position, just leave something in there. That's what I'm getting. Actually, like I said, I'm getting rid of all of my margin accounts. I did say I was going to get rid of this ones. Please review the following issues. Do not. Your account has settled funds. So I gotta wait till this fund because I traded in it. I should have switched it then to trade. I deserve that. That's cute. That makes sense though. Oh, look at that. They're trying to turn it back over. If we hold 156, then we'll be fine. But you can see this is the bulls trying again. I know it's very tricky to understand, but when we're day traders, nine times out of 10. Let me take it. And as a day trader, we do not play with these candles. Like this is just to get an idea of where the trend is. But when these people, the one that plays on the daily, because they probably look at the monthly and they see this and they're like, oh, there's got to be some type of pullback. They're aiming for these levels. They're loading up the boat and they're coming in with volume. And if you're in the wrong side of that, you can get your face completely ripped off. So I think because we're at a very key pivot point on the daily, remember that gap fill right here? That's why we're making these violent moves right back up as the bulls are attempting to take the position. They're trying to get back into those bearish areas, right? So now let's go ahead and bring back the lines. Bearish area. This one right here. Let me just do this for aesthetic reasons, right? This right here, that's a bearish order block. No matter how you look at it, they're gonna keep selling off of here. Why? Because when they tried to buy, there was no control here. This created a bearish, and when we get close to it, sneeze at it, sell, sell, sell. Right here, they try to get up there, but even this sell was from there and here, and they're like, no, we're selling, selling, selling. And then they came in with like, no, we're buying, buying, buying. Hey, we're back in. Come on, bulls. Everything's nice now. And they're like, all right, let's jump in. And they were like, nope, we're getting y'all too. Kidnap, snap, sell, 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 sell. Right? That's where, like, people say go get the freaking book maps. If you chart properly, you can see this without having to buy additional tools. And that's what's happening here. It's a fist fight. Right now, the kids are fighting, and it's the daily kids. And they're bigger than us. They're bigger than a 5-minute chart. They're bigger than a 10-minute chart, 15-minute chart, 1-hour chart. They're having this fight. Hence the reason when you get to like the 2-hour, what is it? It looks like nothing but just straight, pure, utter junk. If we saw this on a 1-minute chart, we'll stay out of the market, won't we? So why fight with this? Now, if you know what you're doing, and this is where we come in the game, we draw off our levels, we know where our open range is. I wanted to take the first instance of us breaking this down, and that's what this said. I was like, I gotta hold on for 5 minutes. That was this, and this. Just these two right here can make this thing turn bullish. But do I want to be the one holding on to that? No. But if I was a daily trader or a 2-hour trader or a 4-hour trader, I probably could have held on to the position itself. No, I was scalping this. Know thyself. and you'll be able to execute the way you're supposed to. They're coming for that 50% mark again. I think it's going to settle itself around 12 o'clock. I think that's when the bull's going to realize, oh, damn it, we ain't got no control. They made us look like we got control. And then out of nowhere, we're going to just drop it and we're going to hit the targets I was telling you about. Let's look at the US dollar. Yeah, they try to make the dollar drop because if the dollar drops, market rallies. If the dollar can get rid of all that sell side liquidity here and start to turn bullish, we're going to drop, we're going to pop hard, and then the market's going to drop. Look at that. Look at that move. Now they're going to try to reload again because we've reloaded here before. If the bears are bold, as soon as they try to reload here, they're going to hit them, fill the rest of the fair value gap, hit this target. That's a big bearish candle right there. Look for continuation down. They try to get the continuation. The bulls are stepping back in. I don't think they got enough strength because we made a lower low in the process. There's a point where they're gonna have to give it up because they're catching knives. But we'll see if it's here.
Say the market's a war zone, but every king was a rookie with a chart and a dream. Fibonacci, retrace the pain, reclaim the name. The ascent. Born where the hustle met math on the curve. Turned numbers to visions, now I meant every word. Did the homework, the charts just confirmed the nerve. Now I'm talking in profits every candle I serve. Used to count pennies, now I'm counting pips. Same grind, just a decimal flip. Still fight fear like roaming the mist. One hand on the mouse, other hand on the fist. I don't fold, disciplined soldiers cold. Trend line scars from the past I roll. Mind sharp like Fibonacci mode. Pull back, reload, then I said explode. Legacy talk, this ain't luck or fate. It's JD the Great, no retest, no debate. From the basement to the charts ornate. Every loss was a line in the empire I create. Every pullback's just proof for the climb. Gotta fall in line before you reach
Alright, YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go because it looks like this is going to get real choppy. If you want to be part of the inner circle, by all means, just go ahead and DM me on Instagram, JD the Great. That is JD underscore the Great. Alright, so just go ahead and do your thing. Enjoy the rest of your day, and then we'll tap in. Don't forget, tomorrow is Mindset. You don't want to miss that one. It's going to be a very, very special special movement as we're getting into our rinse and repeat. We're in our repeat zone. All right, so I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Spreads on the limit, I chart life's chaos, then I script